Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and we're back introducing another free-to-play game, and we are introducing the game Gems of War. So Gems of War is on both Xbox and PlayStation, so it's available for both, and I think it's also on Steam. But yeah, so this is a basically your match 3 Bejeweled style game mixed with RPG, adventuring, monsters and troop recruitment and weapons and guilds, all that kind of stuff all wrapped up into one. So I'm gonna take a little breaking it down into its little bits, and then we're gonna play a game or two. All right, so we've got down here we got all the different stuff. So obviously there's PvP where you can play against other players. Team setups, and you just take them on matchmaking and get prizes and work up through the ranks there. You have the guild, so that's something you can create or join, and you can complete tasks which give all the members of the guild rewards that they can use to help progress their own game. You collect seals for a lot of the actions that you can do in the day, your roster of people that are part of your guild, little shop thing, and where your standings are in the league. You have these chests. Now, the chests are pretty much the key to getting most of the stuff that you're going to use. Your gold, your glory, gems, and keys, and your troops. So you have the variety of chests. The gold chest you can buy with gold, and you can earn the keys relatively easily. Glory keys, which you can spend glory on, and you have quests that allow you to find them and other methods to get them. Gem chests, which, as it implies, the in-game real money equivalent currency of gems. You can either collect them by completing quests or through other means, but you can also buy them with those gems. Event chests typically you can either spend actual gems on them, or you get them whenever you collect some of the event creatures using glory and stuff like that. Guild chests you get from using your guild tokens that you collect for doing guild activities. And then the VIP, if you're a VIP member, you get these chances and these chests to kind of play with. All right. So, and then we have your tasks. These are daily or whatever things that you can do that you can complete. I completed the first one already earlier today. And you have other ones you can do that earn you gems, earn you keys, earn you gold, and that kind of stuff. So, sorry, hit that button again. You have your hero, so this is your hero stats, your overview, your levels, and all that kind of stuff. You can customize their armor. Now, different armor provides different benefits. Some provide nothing, and those are the base ones you get. But you can get additional ones that get you more. You can customize their appearance however you choose. They also have classes that came out in one of the more recent updates that you can work through, and those give you slightly different perks if you use those particular classes, and then your collection. That's just all the stuff you got. You have your troops. So this is the backbone of any of your games, is going to be these troops that you collect. Now there's a ton of troops to collect, either with keys, and you can see various colors. It's the obvious rarity thing. White is rare, green is slightly or white is common, green is rare, ultra rare. Your purple is your epic, and then you've got legendary, and then they also have mythic, which is a lightish blue that I don't have any of those yet, so I can't show you. And each character, so I'll go look at one of my higher level characters. So we've got all these different guys of all kinds, and if you go and you click on any character, you get a closer up of their picture, their class, and race or whatever. They have traits that you can unlock that do various things. So she has 3 ones that I still have to unlock, and each one has a magic ability that they can use in combat as you collect gems. So hers is Treasure Hunt. And each one has different abilities, and they all tend towards certain build and play styles. You can build up multiple teams as you level. You get access to more team slots that you can use to do whatever. You can also put your hero in with different weapons as well. So you go over here, and there's a ton of different weapons that you get as you upgrade the levels in all of your colors here. So you collect various treasure and stuff like that. So you have daily stuff you can collect. So I collect income from all the kingdoms that I have. And there you go, and I got a bunch of tributes. So let's actually head into something. So we'll go find a quest that I actually have to do. So, and each one has quest lines, and they have challenges that you can do. Some you can explore and just randomly fight stuff in the area. And there are a couple of mini games that are involved, but we'll go into the dungeons. And this fella Visk here is telling me all about his quest, and you talk to them, and you can we are renowned scholars. Really, Raven has a tendency to fabricate the truth. So we can go into the quests, and apparently this fellow wants me out of his cave, but we're not going to do that. So I'm just going to use the team I've got here, because they kind of have a neat synergy going on. And basic premise behind the game, match 3. No, match 3 or more. In this case, I can definitely match more, so I'm going to match more here. Now, each character has a unique ability they can use. So in this case, my friend here, the Soothsayer, has Spirit's Call, and I can use that to destroy some purple gems. And I'll destroy everything in the line. That actually gives me stuff. It does damage if it needs to, but it also ups the magic of all my my troops. And all the troops have 4 primary traits. They have their defense, which is the shield, health, which is the heart, the attack, which is the little cross swords with the numbers. All mine are in green because they're higher than normal. And then they have a magic trait. Now, I can't show you the magic trait right now without, because they're all full on, they're not, mana is still charging up. And you see the little banners underneath the numbers over on the other side for the enemies. That's their traits they have unlocked. I have a couple of traits unlocked here. But you also have that little orb at the top left corner, and that's how much mana they need to collect from the gems that you match here to be able to cast spells. And it goes in priority from top to bottom. So if I grab green or green matches, all of them need green, but it'll start with my guy up at the top. Mana Surge is a... Oops, I just set up a 5er for him. But a Mana Surge basically doubles the amount of mana that they would normally get. So anybody that's played Puzzle Quest, it's made by the same guys. And that's the base general premise. So I'm going to actually use the Sylvasi's ability, which is Mischief. And I can actually steal their attack power and convert blue gems into purple gems. Works really well into going into Tiri's ability, which is Treasure Hunt, because she needs purple gems, so I can actually... Now, I steal X number of gems. Now, I get free gold out of it, and I can get treasure maps, which I can use to get more gold and other fun stuff. So, alright, so we're going to activate her ability again, and we're going to actually... Now, this time it's going to go to him, because I grabbed a color that was more specific to him. Alright, so they're going to actually set me up for a 5 match there, which I'm going to take advantage of. And a couple of random extra turns here. I'm going to grab this extra turn. So, because you go back and forth and you take turns, you want to set up your moves to make the most moves possible. You also don't want to give them free chance to use the skulls, because the skulls do damage based on your strength if you match 3. If you match 4, it gets a bonus 1 damage and you get an extra turn, etc., etc. So I'm not actually worried about if he matches skulls, because I've taken out all of the attack of the first guy, and that's whose attack we're based off of. So I'm actually going to activate his ability again. I'm going to steal his attack. Now, and that's the thing, a lot of these characters have a ton of different abilities. Now, I should have paid attention. I didn't want to give them a bunch of matches, so I kind of set myself up in the wrong way there. But chaining moves is great. It's a good way to build up your winning strategy. Also, knowing when to use your abilities is great. So the great thing about it is it can do a lot of damage, but it's random. It picks 2 random targets to hit. So you want to make sure that you get the most out of it. Let's see here. So we're going to take a look at some of my potential matches. I want to actually match up to get his ability going. So I want to use his ability again. Oh, I'm about to get rock smashed. Ooh, that's going to hurt. So I want to be careful about letting them be able to use their abilities, because obviously certain characters have certain abilities that are more effective in some situations than others. But the other thing you want to avoid is chaining, because the more powerful an ability usually is, the more power or the greater it's going to cost for its effect. But if you let an opponent build up to that, you're kind of asking for trouble. So I'm going to do that a couple of times because I want to raise up my magic. And if I wanted to, I could do it again. And I'm kind of debating on whether I want to do that because the side effect of his ability is he chooses a purple gem, destroys a row and column, and I get everything from that row and column. But all other allies gain 1 magic, so that means that all of the abilities of my other allies are getting stronger every time I activate him. Now, I only have one of them that actually does damage, admittedly, and that's the fella at the bottom. But allowing her to destroy 16 gems on the board, if there is 16 gems of a chosen color, like green, there's a fair number, I can pretty much destroy them all, get her set up for another, to keep using her ability over and over and over again, while clearing out the board. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this, because if you watch this, I'm going to get rid of all of his attack, but I'm going to convert all those blues into purple to kill that guy and get a ton of gameplay out of that. So I got all of that cracking off. I'm going to grab this extra turn here. And then what I'm going to do is I am actually going to trigger her again, because I'm going to... Oh, I did that wrong. Because I just... Alright, so I'm actually going to steal this. And you'll see why. Because there we go. By stealing that, it didn't do me much good on that end, but I did get an extra turn out of it. So that gives me an opportunity to trigger somebody else's ability to do this. So I trigger that. She's ready to go again. Now they still can't hurt me because of the attack I've drained. And looking here, if I really want to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to drain all of his attack, get those extra turns. And keep throwing out attacks, and just keep chaining. And if you do, if you get it kind of into a groove, you can effectively just keep activating abilities, triggering traps. There are certain character types where if you set them all up together, now he does a ton of damage now since I've been using the Soothsayer. So chaining into him is great, and using him at this point, he's at his fullest potential. And right now, if you look at the attack for my top guy, Silvassi, he does 36 damage with a single activation. So this guy with 7 health doesn't stand a chance. So building up those cards and building up those troops and looking at how they chain, each troop can be leveled up in addition. And when you look at, I'll go back into the troops for a sec here. So they can all be leveled up, and you go in and you can click on one of them and you go to crafting. And here you have their level up, you have their ascension, and this is where you can actually make them rarer, their rarity, and they get a little bit of a boost to some of their traits. And then you can buy traits that also do certain things. You can disenchant, and I don't use it because most of the time I just want to keep them to build up for that. But you can disenchant them for more souls. And then they actually show your actual skills for them, what benefits they're getting. So they're actually getting boosts. They'll show their ascension boost, their guild boost, their base skills, so whatever they get for actually leveling up. And then and there we go, there's their level boost. And then the kingdom boost, because some of your kingdoms, as you level up your kingdoms, they can give you better traits as well. So you can kind of keep building and building them up. So late game, you can build up some pretty powerful cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking this out. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and I will see you guys again next time. Have fun, and keep gaming.